Hey guys, it's Richard from EchoByte.com here with another statue review. This is XM Studios Magneto, and it's a beast. This is crazy. So I'll take you through all the details, and I'm speechless. So this is Magneto. He is a heavy piece, probably the heaviest I've ever had in terms of statue. Just it's quite heavy. Everything from the fingers, because each of these come individual, to the base itself. It's all solid. It feels heavy, and it is just one of a kind. The statue has a lot of detail everywhere, whether it's in the face of Magneto with his kind of somber stare, or in the bodysuit, which you can feel the different in the changes in fabric throughout, from his core to his more smoother pants to even the buckles on his boots. There's a lot of detail to just look at, and it's all beautifully painted. It's all shaded very well. There's a lot of detail. I'm just trying to figure out what to show first, because there's so much of it. This is a beautiful piece. Okay, so we'll look at his heads. So you have this helmet off head, which gives you the option of displaying him with his helmet to the side, or you can switch it up and you can put on his kind of angry head with the helmet, which is pretty iconic. So that's pretty cool. His eyes are whited out. He's angry. And when you do that, it gives you options to not only take his helmet out of his hand, because that'd be kind of weird if you had two helmets, but you can either put Xavier's Cerebro helmet under there, sort of like that, or you can take this hand out entirely and put on a hand that floats, kind of the helmet, like he's using his magnetic powers. And how this works is the hand comes by itself, and the thumb of the hand is attached to the helmet like that. So you kind of just peg it in, like so, slide it in, and you have the floating effect, which is definitely cool. That's definitely something different. Other than that, you can also, each helmet has a magnetic element to it, so when you put it on these parts or over here, you just kind of just sit up like that, and it'll catch with the magnet. Same with his helmet, just like that, just snaps in place. So that's pretty awesome. Other than that, the only other piece to the statue is sort of this time or gear piece, where you just kind of insert it here. There's a magnet, it'll snap into there, and you can kind of just twist it so his foot's resting on it, just like that. It's definitely a cool piece. He's kind of sitting on the Charles Xavier School for the Gifted, the emblem with the X on it, as if he's just conquered it, or he's just had a battle there, and he's either obviously super angry, super empowered, holding Charles or the Cerebro helmet, or he's kind of just reflecting, thinking about everything, which to me represents the character a little bit better. It shows more angles other than just straight anger, but that's just me. So yeah, the statue, as I mentioned before, each finger comes off, and it's just attached by a peg, just into the back here. There's a slot for each one, and you can't get them mixed up because they're each especially molded to just snap into place like that. There's just so much detail to this piece. Even if you zoom in here, these wires hanging out, they're each actual copper inside, so that's pretty cool. It's kind of like a mixed media with actual metal in there. And this piece is just massive. I mean, if you look at it in comparison to myself, it's thick, it's tall. I mean, I have pretty big hands, and that's the smallest finger, so you can kind of get an impression of the size. Yeah, it's a beautiful piece. Just everything, I just can't say how great this is. It is super expensive now, it's sold out. So if you want to get your hands on one, you're gonna have to be willing to pay big bucks, especially plus shipping. So I'm talking 2,000 plus at least. So yeah, definitely be ready to pay. Yeah, a lot's been said about this piece already in the statue community. If you've been following XM, this is probably their centerpiece or their iconic piece from their from all of their statues so far. And it's definitely great. So much detail, and you can tell a lot of thought and passion was put into this sculpt, because it represents the character perfectly. I don't think it can be topped in terms of the Magneto statue, but just everything. Even though the suit is a little bit different from his comic version, they have taken their own personal liberties in terms of modernizing it or making it a little bit more realistic. It definitely suits the characters. It doesn't really detract from my enjoyment of it. Quality is pretty much great. I mean, what you see is what you get with XM. The only kind of downfall is this little, it looks like the paint didn't dry properly here, so if you can zoom into that. I'll contact XM and see what they can do about that, but other than that, the statue is absolutely mint. And it made it all the way to Sydney, Australia, so great piece. I mean, if you can find one and if you have the cash to get one, get it, because this piece, I don't know, it might just literally be the best statue in my collection. I don't know how many other statues can top this in the future. I might just be done collecting after this. Like, I have no clue, like, what else I could get that would be better than this at this point. So yeah, it's a great piece. I have to figure out where to put it because it's super heavy, so you might not want to put it on the top shelf or a shelf with other statues on it. So if you can just pan over here, I have a PAX and I already have a few statues on my shelf, so either I'm going to give it its own shelf or I'm going to put it on a desk somewhere. So that's just something to worry about if you get this piece yourself. It also comes, as with every other XM statue, with an art print, so it's basically what the statue's pose was based on. And yeah, it's definitely a strong pose, reflects the character well, nicely sculpted, nicely designed, beautifully painted throughout. Lots of details, even though you can't see it from there. On the back, there's Trask Industries sort of printed on the sentinel hand, so if you're a fan of the comics, you'll know what that is. And yeah, just a lot to love about this piece. As for how I'm going to display it, it's probably going to be something along the lines of this, so I'll probably end up having him holding his own helmet. As you can see, that has a magnet too, snaps in place. Him cradling his helmet with the Cerebro helmet right next to him. So yeah, that's the XM Magneto statue. It's definitely an amazing piece, by far the best one in my collection, in my opinion at least. And if you guys can see it, just check it out, and if you guys can find one or want one, definitely pick it up. I'm sure you won't be disappointed in this piece. Yeah. Alright guys, so that was XM Studios Magneto. Be sure to check out echobyte.com for the full written review and more pictures of it. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at echobytemedia, and check out our Facebook. Just search up for Echobyte. So have fun.